Welcome to SurePass, where we share for you to learn and succeed. In this video, we will be discussing incomplete justifying or exempting circumstances as one of the mitigating circumstances. Incomplete justifying or exempting circumstances. It is when not all the requisites necessary to justify the act or to exempt from criminal liability are attendant. Na-discuss na natin kung ano ang justifying and exempting circumstances. Noong diniscuss natin itong mga ito, sinabi natin na may elements ang bawat isa. Ngayon, kung may kulang sa element or hindi present yung isang element, hindi siya makukonsider as justifying or exempting circumstances. Pero pwede siyang pasok sa mitigating circumstance. Incomplete justifying or exempting circumstances is a privileged mitigating circumstance. Therefore, a penalty lower by 1 or 2 degrees than that prescribed by law shall be imposed if the deed is not wholly excusable by reason of the lack of some of the conditions required to justify the same or to exempt from criminal liability in the several cases mentioned in Articles 11 and 12, provided that the majority of such conditions be present. Bago natin makonsider na privilege mitigating circumstance ito, dapat majority ng elements ay present. Kung 3 yung elements, dapat 2 doon mayroon o dapat isa lang ang nawawala. Let us discuss first the incomplete justifying circumstances. The following are incomplete justifying circumstances. First, incomplete self-defense, incomplete defense of relatives, incomplete defense of a stranger. Second, incomplete justifying circumstance of avoidance of greater evil or injury. Third, incomplete justifying circumstance of performance of duty. And fourth, incomplete justifying circumstance of obedience to the order of a superior. Let us discuss each of the incomplete justifying circumstances. Incomplete self-defense, incomplete defense of relatives, and incomplete defense of a stranger. The accused must prove the existence of the majority of the elements for self-defense, but unlawful aggression, being an indispensable element, must be present. Sabi natin kanina, sa incomplete justifying circumstance, dapat majority ng elements ay mayroon. However, sa self-defense, defense of relatives, and defense of stranger, hindi lang dapat majority ang mayroon. Dapat yung element na unlawful aggression ay present o mayroon. Absent the unlawful aggression, there can never be self-defense, complete or incomplete, because if there is nothing to prevent or repel, the other 2 requisites of defense will have no basis. Let me illustrate. May tig-3 elements ang self-defense, defense of relatives, and defense of strangers. First, unlawful aggression on the part of the victim. Second, reasonable necessity of the means employed to prevent or repel such aggression. And third, dito magkakaiba yung third element. For self-defense, the third element is lack of sufficient provocation on the part of the person resorting to self-defense. In defense of relatives, the third element is in case the provocation was given by the person attacked, the one making a defense had no part therein. In defense of stranger, the third element is the person defending be not induced by revenge, resentment, or other motive. Itong first and second element, pare-parehas ang 3. Itong third element, dito sila nagkakaiba. Kung ang first element ay present, pero yung second and third ay absent, hindi siya mitigating circumstance kasi hindi siya majority. Kung yung first and second elements are present at yung third element ay hindi, pasok siya sa mitigating circumstance kasi majority ng elements are present. Kung yung first and third elements are present at yung second ay hindi, pasok siya sa mitigating circumstance kasi majority ng elements are present. Kung ang present ay second and third element, hindi siya mitigating circumstance. Bakit? Although majority ng elements are present, yung first element ay indispensable. Dapat laging meron yung first element. Now let's go to incomplete justifying circumstance of avoidance of greater evil or injury. In any of the last two requisites are lacking, there is a privilege mitigating circumstance. The first element is indispensable. May tatlong elements din ang avoidance of greater evil. First, that the evil sought to be avoided actually exists. Second, that the injury feared be greater than that done to avoid it. And third, that there be no other practical and less harmful means of preventing it. So, rule is majority at ang first element is indispensable. Kung yung first element ay present at yung second and third ay absent, hindi siya mitigating circumstance. Pag yung first element at second element ay present at yung third element ay absent, mitigating circumstance po siya. Kung yung first element at third element ay present at yung second element ay absent, mitigating circumstance po siya. However, kung yung first element ay absent at yung second and third ay present, hindi po siya mitigating circumstance because the first element is indispensable or must be present. Now let us go to incomplete justifying circumstance of performance of duty. Dito sa justifying circumstance na ito, dalawa lang ang element. So ano ang majority? In the case of People versus Oanis and Galanta, the Supreme Court ruled that since only the first requisite is present and the second requisite is absent, the penalty is lower by 1 or 2 degrees than that prescribed by law shall be imposed. In this case, the Supreme Court considered one of the two requisites as constituting the majority. Now let us go to incomplete justifying circumstance of obedience to order of a superior. Dito, tatlo din ang elements. First, an order has been issued by a superior. Second, such order must be for some lawful purpose. And third, the means used by the subordinate to carry out said order is lawful. Para makonsider itong mitigating, dapat majority ay present. Now let us go to incomplete exempting circumstances. The following are incomplete exempting circumstances. First, incomplete exempting circumstance of compulsion of irresistible force. Second, incomplete exempting circumstance of impulse of uncontrollable fear. Third, incomplete exempting circumstance of failure to perform an act required by law when prevented by some lawful or insuperable cause. The majority of the conditions must be present in order to be considered a mitigating circumstance. Kagaya sa incomplete justifying circumstance, dapat majority ng mga elements ay present para makonsider itong mitigating circumstance. Ano naman yung mga exempting circumstance na hindi pwedeng i-considered as incomplete? There is no incomplete exempting circumstance of first, insanity and imbecility, second, minority, and third, accident. Bakit? Insanity and imbecility. From a medical standpoint, there is no middle ground between sanity and insanity. There can be no middle ground for the brain is either in a healthy or an unhealthy condition. If healthy, the product of its action is sanity. If unhealthy, it's insanity. So minority naman. Minority is either exempting or privilege mitigating circumstance. It is exempting if the offender is 15 years of age or under, and if the offender is above 15 years of age but below 18 who acted without discernment. If the offender above 15 years of age but below 18 acted with discernment, it is privilege mitigating circumstance. This is actually the second mitigating circumstance. Rule in case of accident. May apat na requisites ang accident. If the second requisite, due care, and the first part of the fourth requisite, fault, are absent, the case will fall under Article 365, which punishes reckless imprudence. If the first requisite, lawful act, and the second part of the fourth requisite, intention, are absent, it will be an intentional felony, which is punished under Article 4, Paragraph 1 of the Revised Penal Code. Kaya walang mitigating dito kasi yung act ay punished ng ibang provision ng ating Revised Penal Code. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to share it and to subscribe.